What's up, my people?
What it do?
Jared G in the building.
Yes, sir.
Look Good Naked 2. We here.
Part 2.
Part 2. I'm glad we brought it back.
It's been fun.
It's been fun. We had the Minuteman last week.
Yep.
The week prior was, now we're going too far back.
Yeah, I was about to say, come on, my memory.
Hard or soft?
Hard. We came in on y'all hard. We gonna finish soft.
This week, man, I'm looking forward to it. The title of this episode is going to be very eye-opening, but it's a lot of truth. It's a lot of perspective. It's going to be something that I think we're going to dive into, but it's definitely going to take a detour to wherever it's going to go. So, Jared, episode 3.
Episode 3.
What we got?
It's a question for y'all. Does size matter? Ooh. I know a lot of y'all thought about that just now.
So,
does size matter?
Does size matter?
Does size matter?
All right, so before we even dive in, I'm going to take a couple sips of my water.
All right.
Hey, I want to see the chat box go down. Tell me, does size matter? Comment down below.
Size.
What do you think?
We're going to take, obviously, many different angles at what in the heck we're talking about. But I want to start off with, I guess, the first question. When it comes to attraction, let's start there.
Okay.
So we're going to get to the gym, obviously. But when it comes to attraction, does size matter to you?
Yes, it does. It does. The question is, what part and what do you want big and what do you want small? Right? Just to keep it real, Tina, my wife, there are parts on her body that I like small, and there's parts on her body I like bigger, right? So I'm not going to say small is my preference or big is my preference. There's some things that I like bigger, right? I'm a hair guy. I love hair. So I love Tina's really long hair.
Yeah.
Like, I like that, right?
Yeah.
But then there are other things that I probably want smaller.
Yeah.
So for me personally, yes. Question I got for you. Does size matter when it comes to what you're attracted to? Out of curiosity.
Oh, what I'm attracted. I just had a conversation not so long ago about height.
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 Okay, yeah.
Like, are you attracted to somebody shorter than you? Honestly, I don't really care.
You can date somebody 6'6".
Okay, let me say that. So this is where I think everybody has their limits, right? I don't think I've never tried, but I don't think I could date like a midget, I don't think so. I think that's like too short.
Okay.
And I also don't think I could date somebody like Shaq size, like a 7-foot person.
Okay.
Looking up at them all
Fair.
the time. So like the extremes, I don't think I can reach. But 5 foot.
5 foot, you good.
You're very short, but
You're good with 5 foot.
yeah, like 6'3",
You can good.
6'4", yeah.
I could actually, not now, but in my past.
Yeah.
I think I would have dig dating a chick taller than me.
You think so?
Yeah. If she come out, she's 6'4", 6'5", heels, 6'6", 6'7". I got a stallion on y'all.
This my girl, man.
See, I'm gonna teach y'all some game. All right. You can't put your hand on your woman's shoulder.
Oh no, that was the hip.
Oh, that was the All right. So, as they probably see, we went to the height. When you say size, I'm guessing some people think circumference, right? I'm really curious, Jared, where this goes with this very first question that I have for you. But I want to ask them as well first. So, I'm looking for participation. I want you guys to definitely comment if you're joining us live.
Yeah.
Does size dictate your day? You know what I mean? Like, think about that, ladies, especially my ladies and fellas. No, because I do it the same. I do it to myself. Does the size dictate your day? And what I mean by that is when you look in the mirror, and whatever day you're watching this, you wake up and say the lady said, my waist size is this today. Will that make you have a good day or a bad day? My butt is this size today. Or fellas, my chest, my biceps, whatever it is. Does size that you have today, does that dictate your happiness, your joy, your peace? I'll start that with you. When you look in the mirror, and believe it or not, guys, there are moments where Jared looks in the mirror and says, I do not like what I see, right?
It's a lot of those.
Right? When that happens, Jared, does that make you have a good or bad day?
I think it's all based on mentality, right? I think you can have a cup half full mentality or a cup half empty mentality. For me, I strive to have that cup half full mentality. So for me, there's nothing I look in the mirror that I'm in my head that I'm not in control of when it comes to my body.
Yeah.
So if I look in the mirror and I see something that I don't like seeing, that positively impacts my drive throughout that day.
Mm-hmm.
I don't like what I'm seeing. I'm gonna make sure, no matter how I feel, I'm gonna get a hell of a workout in today.
Yeah.
Because I want to improve on what I just saw. I didn't like that. I want to fix it.
I
Or
like
if
that.
I'm having a good day, I'm like, all right,
Yeah.
let's keep this workout thing going. I think it's working all right. So I do believe that my size and what I see in the mirror dictates my effort and energy that I put into that day, especially when it comes to workouts.
Mm-hmm.
Heck, if you really like what you're seeing, if you're proud of the work that you see in that mirror, it might
Mhm.
also dictate your work throughout your career.
Yeah.
Like maybe you like what you've done there, and you're like, hey, man, I can do that in whatever job it is you have, whatever position, whatever work it is you have. If you can do it there, you can do it here.
I like
So
that.
you can kind of transfer that. What about yourself?
It affects me, but I use it for fuel, for gas. If I don't like what I see, I eat cleaner.
Yeah.
If I don't like what I see, I'm more cognizant of the workouts that I'm doing and focusing on my tempo and not lifting what I feel like lifting what I need to lift, right? Especially when it comes to nutrition. I think that's the biggest thing. When I look in the mirror, and my biggest drives for me in the mirror is, as of the last 6 months, has been my midsection.
Mm-hmm.
I'm used to walking around having a six-pack without flexing, and now I gotta to see it. And when I gotta to see it, it bothers me. But it bothers me just like athletically. When I seen somebody get more exposure than me, I didn't have a pity party. I worked harder, and that's the same thing. So does size affect me? Absolutely. But I do use it to what I believe to give me fuel and gas.
Yeah.
So the question I have for you guys, does size bother you, and how does it affect you? Because now I think it's a great moment for us to pivot to and talk to the person that allows that to make them have a bad day or stop working out or give up on their goals or fall into depression, because this is really a sensitive topic. I know when you hear does size matter, we think of the Viagra commercials, right? We're not talking about those necessarily. We're more talking about how can you not fall into a trap or a rat race of not loving yourself to the place you should, because at the end of the day, you are looking at her social media and you are looking at his social media, and it's affecting you. How can we make that more gas and more momentum versus allowing your size to put you in a depression or in a place you don't want to be?
Yeah.
So, Jared, what do you think? Just the people we're able to train and the people that trust us.
Mm-hmm.
How does that make you feel when someone says, Jared, my butt is not as big as I want it to be, and now I want to give up on my goals? I want to stop doing what I was doing for the last 3 months, and I just want to go back or whatever.
I mean, for me, like, we preach that this is a lifestyle thing. So when people come in here, like, one, it's not an overnight thing. Two, it's a process, and you have to trust the process, and you have to take the proper steps throughout the process to get where you're trying to be. So for those people that, are maybe seeing minute, small results as they're going through the process, but like the thing that I try to get people to understand is you're getting results. Like you're it's happening.
Yeah.
But the other thing for me, especially when it comes to those kind of goals, it's hard for me to really play into that for people if they are not 100% in on what they're doing.
Yeah, we got to jump into that.
Yeah, so that's my big thing with that. Like, it's okay. It's not okay to say that you're not giving something your all, but then if you're not seeing the results, you're like, hey man, I've been trying this for 3 months and it's not working. Like, have you really been trying it for 3 months?
Word.
So
that's a whole word, as my sister would say.
That's my question. But segue into another question that I have for you, and this one might get a little deep, and this is not to offend anybody
Here we go.
that is watching this podcast, but does size matter? This is a topic that I knew we had to hit on today.
Okay.
When it comes to attraction, I think actually I just heard something on I can't remember if it was a radio podcast, might have been on Instagram. Basically, it was saying when you have a fit man, right, there are certain characteristics about that fit man that make him extremely attractive, right? Dedicated, consistent, hard working. You know you're going to get that out of somebody because in
Yeah.
order to have that kind of body, you have to have those qualities. You just have to, because you don't look that fit at 40
I can see that.
if you're not consistent. If you don't work hard, you don't. It's not a natural God-given thing where you just look that way. The Rock, The Rock works out every day. You know he's consistent. You know he's dedicated and passionate about what he does because he has to be that in order to look like that.
Mm-hmm.
So the reason I'm asking you that is for yourself and what you might be attracted to, how much do you think that plays into picking, a significant other? And then obviously there are bigger body types out there.
Mm-hmm.
Do you think that plays a disadvantage, advantage? Just kind of want your opinion on the topic.
Damn.
Yeah, this is gonna get deep. Again,
Damn.
I just want y'all to know this is
Okay.
this is for discussion. If y'all have anything
Yeah.
to say, let's say it. But this is one of those hot topics I really just want to hit on.
It reminds me of a podcast. I don't know, was it a series or title we had? Fitness Myths. I'm not
Mhm.
gonna drink this. I'm gonna put it back down. This is real.
Mhm.
What I'm about to say, but just remember, guys, this is just my opinion.
Mhm.
Like, eat the meat, leave the bone.
Yeah.
All right. For me, yeah. For me personally, let me see a woman in a gym that I'm dating or was dating. Let me see 1 month of her working out, and I can tell you what I want from her or not.
Yeah.
Just to be real, like if a girl comes to me and she says, "Hey, we're talking, we're dating in the past, okay, in the past," all right? And she says, "Hey, I want to start working out, and I know you're in the fitness space. How do I do it?" If I take an hour out of my day and break it down, and then she shows up for the first workout, and then she never comes back, she's telling me a lot about herself.
Yeah.
Period. If Tina came down from Seattle and did my boot camp,
Mhm.
and if she never would have worked out again, that's a wrap.
Yeah.
Because right there, it just tells me she's going to probably quit in something else.
Yeah. That's fair.
Just keeping it 100. Like,
That's fair.
she's probably going to quit if she doesn't like it. She may quit if it's hard.
Yeah.
She may quit if she don't understand.
Mhm.
She may quit, or she may be doing this just one time to get my attention.
Yeah.
But those are all the wrong things that was going to attract me,
Yeah.
to answer your question. So, I mean, I can keep going, but to keep it short, I'll leave it there.
I like how you went there because sometimes there are seasons where people like let themselves go, right?
Mhm.
Sometimes people go through things, and I believe that's life, and it
Mhm.
happens, and it's okay. You should not be attracted to somebody because they're going through life. But I like what you said. Like, if somebody came to me as they were, and we talked through fitness, and I was like, "Let me see you work out for a week." Like you're like, "Listen, who you are right now
Yeah,
is who you are."
yeah,
But let me see who you are.
yeah. I like
And
that.
through fitness. So I like that because, like I said, it's
I
come
like
as
that.
you are. So
And notice I never said anything about size.
yeah.
Right? I know the episode does size matter, but
Mhm.
in that position, if I was to measure any type of size, it was more of the commitment.
Yeah.
What size commitment was she gonna commit to?
Yeah.
So, like, I remember when I did start dating Tina. At that time, we had something called Mean Green. What do we have at that time? I had a DVD. Dang, that's old. A DVD, guys. It was a DVD, a 4-disc set. Go buy it. MeanGreenManiac.com, I think, or something like that. Anywho, I remember her going back and she would do the workouts, and that was attractive to me.
Yeah.
Because it was either one way or the other. Either A, she really want to get in shape, and she's trying to better herself, or B, she's so committed in what I want to develop that she's there. Both of them was attractive.
Yeah.
Right? So, again, had nothing to do with how much she weighed or how much she didn't weigh or how strong she was or if she can run a marathon. And it reminds me of the people that I have the opportunity to train at the gyms or boot camps or personal training. I love seeing people give their best.
Yeah.
Not size, but give their best. I can list people that are probably ideal shape versus not ideal shape, and you'll notice that the attraction or the commitment between them is that they're so consistent and they're probably so successful. They can be 30 pounds overweight, but they're probably really accelerating in their career. They're probably really accelerating in their relationship. They
Yeah.
probably have a great spiritual connection. It's not because the size of their body, but the size of the commitment.
Yeah.
So I love that because the body will eventually change if you
Yeah.
stay consistent. So just my 2 cents.
I believe in that too. I like how you say you're not gonna talk about size, but to hit on size,
Mm-hmm.
I believe if you have size because of laziness, because
Mm.
of like being undisciplined, to whether it be food, not working out, like you have size because of those, that's when I believe it's a problem.
Right.
Right? Like for me, like obviously if I'm gonna be disciplined and take care of my body, I want a partner or somebody that's gonna do the same. So for me, I think size does matter in that aspect because
Mm.
if I do, like I said, if you're allowing people to come and be like, hey, let me see,
Yeah.
let me see for myself. So you're right. Like in a workout, if you're just gonna quit, that I mean, those are things that can lead to the consequence of being overweight, right?
Absolutely.
Weight gain or being
Absolutely.
underweight. 'Cause
Absolutely.
some people lose weight. So if you're trying to gain weight and you're constantly, coming, but you're not eating enough, you're not going to go work out, you're not being consistent in your sleeping patterns,
Yeah.
you're not doing the things that it takes to get to where you want to be. Yeah, that becomes an issue.
That's real.
Same thing as being overweight. So you can,
I like that.
be over or underweight because of characteristics that are important within a relationship: commitment, discipline. Like those things are important.
Right.
So if you lack those things and now you are under or overweight because of, yeah, size definitely does matter because you're showing it on your
Mm.
physique what your discipline is, what looks like, or what you're showing it. So I believe it
Mm.
does play a role in that.
And I'm not. I guess it would help if y'all want to bring and help to have more drop-in sessions at the gym or boot camp. But I kind of feel like people are gonna start bringing the boo to the boot camp or bringing the boo to the gym because they want to see. But another thing that I would say that I really look for when somebody comes into the gym. What up, J Mill? If I was dating someone, if they came into the gym, is excuses.
Yeah.
Right. So does size matters? What we talking about J Miller as he walk in. I want you to look at also if someone comes into the gym and they tell you, "Oh, I'm running late because I didn't have the right shoes." Excuse. Right? They come into the workout and it's a workout it's a movement they're not familiar with. Well, I'm not gonna go as hard as I could because I've never done this movement before. Excuse. All right. I'm going to stop working out in the middle of the workout because it's difficult. But you tell them you're about to stop working out because you haven't ate. But you really stopping the workout because it's difficult. Another excuse. You don't think you're going to get more excuses if you take a relationship with them?
Yeah.
When times get tough, when storms hit, you don't think they're going to make excuses? So, again, does size matter? The way I'm going to tie this in, Jared, is going to be really intriguing to see, and I would love to see your feedback. How much of a role, outside looking in, how about this? I'm going to ask you a question.
Okay.
All right. You ready for it?
I'm ready.
So,
I hope.
outside looking in, how much of an excuse will you take from someone, not just dating, people that you train, people that you love, your family or friends? What size amount of excuse will you take? Is it small? Is it medium? Is it large or no excuse? Not I'm just talking about it for life situations, not exercise.
So for life, honestly, I've typically been a no excuse kind of person.
For life.
Yeah.
So if I said, "Hey Jared, hey man, we're supposed to meet for a business lunch. Sorry, I could not make it today. The boys are out of school." It's an excuse. But what would be your response?
It's a business meeting. Like,
Okay.
where's the priority for business?
So
I understand you're a father, but
you still would take it like, okay,
Yeah.
right? So here's the $1 million question that I want to ask all of us. Why can we hold that same standard when it comes to business, but when it comes to your personal health, we don't have that same standard? Jared simply just said if I did that, he'd be like, I get it, okay, but like, yo, like, we supposed to get this done. But when it comes to my body, oh, man, Saturday, I had a hard week. I know I'm not supposed to be drinking alcohol, but I'm going to go ahead and do this.
I think this is going to be good.
Right,
I
go
think
for it.
maybe not. When it comes to business,
Mm-hmm.
I think that the reason we are, when it comes to work, we have a boss,
Mm-hmm.
right? So making excuses, you're making excuses to a boss. Your job is dependent on that. You might get fired. You might not.
Gotcha.
Entrepreneurs, right? We kind of have this feeling and understanding. I remember you told me this. Sometimes the hardest thing for a trainer to do is to get to a point of success where they have free time.
Mm.
Because now in that free time, that determines if they take the next step or if they start
That's
dropping.
real.
Because in that free time, now you're your own boss and you decide
That's real.
what you're going to do in that free time. So I feel like when it comes to work,
Mm-hmm.
people have a boss. Some of you are the boss. But when it comes to your health and fitness, you are the boss. So you have to answer to your boss, which is yourself, right? So a lot of us, and I said it in, our last podcast, a lot of us, let's just call it what it is. We don't give a damn if we let ourselves down.
Straight up.
We really just don't. It's like, cool. What you gonna do? Fire me, buddy?
All right.
Like, that's how we feel
Mm.
because you're the boss. So if you took it to an approach of me being the boss, hey, I won't allow myself to eat bad. I won't allow myself to miss workouts. Some of us are really good at it.
Yeah.
Some of us are very dedicated, don't miss workouts. Some of us are amazing bosses. But what they say, everybody ain't a boss.
Real talk.
That you gotta find the inner boss in you when it comes to stuff like that, because now you are you're the person, right? You run that. You run this show. This show is run by you. So you kind of decide the hours you put in. You decide vacation time.
Yeah.
So yeah.
I like it. Does size matter? Doesn't matter. Segue. I know we're all thinking about, hopefully we open their perspective to what we're referring to when we say size. But now I don't want you to guess. Let's talk about, does the size of your effort matters? You said something prior to what we were just talking about.
Yeah.
And you said something to the point of dependent on the amount of effort you put towards XYZ will give you the feeling or the response, right? Because at the end of the day, if you work 3 months and you gave your max effort on everything that you're supposed to do, you can live with the outcome.
Yeah.
But from what you're saying, if you give 3 months of half-ass effort and you expect the results, it opened my eyes to something that I want to share with everybody. So, question to you guys, question to Jared, and you start with your response, Jared.
Okay.
So, when we say, does the size of your effort matter specifically, how much, if you want to return, this is the question, if you want to return in 100%, how much effort are you, Jared, willing to put towards? All right, so if you had it, you want 100%, you want $100,000 in return. How much are you willing to invest in effort? Is that 10%, 20%, 30%? How much percent?
I'm gonna give y'all a book answer. You're not reading books.
Uh-oh.
If you want 100% return,
You want 100% return.
then you need to give 200% effort.
Okay, break that down.
You got to give more than, like, you got to give double to triple the amount of effort for what you want on your return, right? So if I want 10% return, I need to give 20% effort. If I want 50% return, I need to give 100% effort. And, we use that from a business perspective. Let's say for the gym, let's say we want to get 10 people in here this month to sign up and, be new members for the month. In order to get 10 people, we might need to bring 50 people in the gym.
Absolutely.
So we're not giving effort to get 10 people. We're getting effort to get 50 people into the gym. So that's kind of the way you look at it. So, yeah, if you want 100% return on the effort that you're giving, then you need to give 200-300% effort. I'm talking about more than you think possible, more than you have in yourself. So, yeah.
I ain't stood up in a while. It almost happened. If we wasn't running the board today,
That's what I'm talking about.
Done it.
It's right here.
You know why that's so great for you to say that in front of everybody is because going back to the getting people into the gym.
Yeah.
And then we're going to connect it with the response that they want in their bodies. Does size matter for the gym? Yes. Because the way that I want to live, the way that I want my team to live, like the more members that come in the door that are happy and the longer they stay, the more we get to receive as income.
Yeah.
Right? So it's a healthy exchange. We give them empowerment and they invest into the building where we can grow the building, add different amenities, but also give us income for what we make at home.
Yeah.
Now, for us to bring in, think about the promo deals we'll do sometimes. If we're looking to get 5 people to join the gym next month, by my numbers, I'm going to bring 25 people in.
For 5.
For 5. All right? Think about what I'm telling you guys. 25 people come into the gym. I know I'm probably going to get 5. All right? Check this out, Jared. Check this out, guys. There's money that goes into that, too. Trust me. There's advertising dollars that every company that is profitable that probably uses.
Yeah.
If you want 25 people to come in to get 5 people in return, you with me?
Yeah.
How much money does it take for one person to sign up? Because if you look at numbers, and I'm not about to go through ours and the analytics of it, but let's just hypothetically say for one member to sign up, that costs $10 for easy math. To get 25 people to actually press the button and say, I'm going to trust you guys, we may have to spend $50 to get one person.
Yeah.
10 times 10 times 5, right? It's $50.
Yeah.
Which means $50 times 25 people is what?
He didn't hit me with the math.
I think it's $2,500.
Yeah, something
okay.
like that.
If it costs $2,500 to bring in 25 people to only sign up 5 people, it goes into the amount of effort that you're putting in to get the result.
Yeah.
So for me, I want to be a part of a brand that continues to grow. I cannot complain about putting money, marketing dollars in. Of course, I want to pay $25 to bring in 25 people.
Yeah.
But it doesn't happen that way. And life is just not fair. And sometimes you just got to go with what, is given to you. So, again, I want to bring 5 people in the gym, but I'm willing to invest $2,500 in to potentially have 5 people sign up.
Yeah.
Am I going to do it? Absolutely, because it's worth it to me. It's worth having Jared and David and Jason and Bobby to have the opportunity to grow in their fitness route.
Yeah.
Right? But if I didn't, what happens to us as a brand? Question I have for you guys, what are you willing to do? How much effort are you willing to put in to actually lose that final 10 pounds? To actually change that doctor report, right? To actually become that personal trainer that you've been saying you want to become, or to go back to school, or to survive in your marriage. How much effort are you willing to put in? Jared said 200 to get 100. I'm curious what you guys think and say.
I think that's crazy, man. Hopefully y'all he gave y'all the lowdown on business. Like, that's legit.
That was okay.
That's legit. That's gonna be $1,200.
It's real though. I mean,
Yeah.
think about it, Jay. I mean, this is any industry. It's not fitness. If you put a billboard on the side of a freeway, if any type of advertising dollar, you can never put it out and say, I'm going to get that in return.
Yeah.
Like, I want to put $2,500 in for marketing. I'm not going to get 2,500 people in return, right? But through maturity of business and mentorship, I've learned how to use marketing dollars and what to expect in return in our fitness realm. That might not work as a pharmaceutical rep or any other business, but at the end of the day, you got to figure out what works best for what you're doing. So, like, if you think of the kitchen, for an example, I was talking to somebody on social media earlier today before we got here. Hey, I want to join your gym. I love it. I love what you bring. I heard some great things, read some reviews. But the working out is not the problem.
Yeah.
It's the food, right? Now, this one is kind of a haymaker to all of us.
Yeah.
Because the workout for Mean Green, if you've been here for 6 months to a year, it ain't the workouts no more. It's not, because you love being here. You love your coach. You love your push partners. You got that. But how much are we willing to commit in the kitchen that you're committing within your workout?
Yeah.
So I think, again, does size matter? Absolutely.
Yeah.
But we're not just talking about the blue pill that people are taking, okay? I want to talk about also in this specific area is the effort. How much effort are you willing to put in to change what you want to change?
That's what's up, man. I'm a segue into the topic that I think we talked about on the phone when we first brought this up. So, Chris, man, what do you say to the gals and the guys
Oh boy,
that want to target specific muscle groups. I actually just had a conversation this morning.
Okay.
Somebody said, "Hey, what do you do?" He found out I was a trainer. There's a guy at my building. So he starts talking to me. He said, "Hey man, I have no problems growing my back, my triceps, my biceps, my shoulders. Everything looks good, but I cannot grow my chest."
Mm-hmm.
So how do you feel about the women that are like, "Man, I have no problem with the quads and the hamstrings, but I cannot grow my butt." Targeting, muscle
Mm-hmm.
targeting. How you feel about that
Muscle targeting.
when it comes to doing specific workouts? I have a whole program where I work out 4 times a week specifically for my butt and specifically for my chest. How you feel about it?
I have a lot to probably say, but I think it's healthy.
Mm-hmm.
It's healthy if you're doing the right thing and you understand it. And what I mean by that, if your friend or the guy in the building wants to grow a bigger chest or a thicker chest or a more defined chest or lose body fat around it, whatever the goal may be, I think the first thing you have to understand, there are 3 different type of bodies,
Yeah.
right? You have some people that are just more husky. You got some people that get ripped really quick, and you have some people they're thicker,
Yeah.
right? And once you kind of realize on your body, he may say, "Hey, I do want to get defined, but my chest might not look like The Rock's chest."
Yeah.
And he works towards a healthy goal. I think that's good. But if he says, "Hey, my body type," or he doesn't know that his body type can't reach a certain physique, and he's working for something that's potentially not achievable,
Mm-hmm.
that's unhealthy. And to give a great example, and I'm not trying to limit anybody by any means, but I'm looking at the camera. I have my calves,
Yeah.
right? Like a lot of people come to me and be like, "Hey, I want big calves. How do you get big calves?" And I'm like, "Well, I play ball, do calf raises, whatever." And then somebody will literally have you don't even see a muscle on the back of the calf, right? That's genetic.
Yeah.
That has nothing. I don't care how many calf raises he or she do. You may not be able to get the thickness or the definition of the calf because that's more of a genetic thing.
Yeah.
So going to the butt for the ladies is probably going to be a really popular portion of this podcast. Some of us want the butt, and I get it. I told y'all in the podcast I like butts, and I cannot lie. Right? But every woman has a specific
genetic makeup.
of where your booty can get to.
Mm-hmm.
So I get it. Megan got it. Megan the Stallion got it. But if you're 110 pounds and you want a Megan booty, you probably not going to get the Megan booty. Now, I'm not here to limit your dreams,
Yeah.
but aesthetically, if you and your mom and your grandma and everybody else has the same physique, then it's going to be difficult.
Yeah.
So I think it's unhealthy to have a measure of a goal where you're trying to get something that potentially cannot be developed because it's aesthetically.
Mm-hmm.
Not that you not putting the hard work in or the nutrition. It's just more of an aesthetic approach. So
I kind of want to hit on what you just said a little bit, and it's so that you guys don't feel as limited as you might feel. But at the end of the day, our bodies are made with a capacity,
mm-hmm.
like a building, right? This building has a capacity. There's only so many people who can fit in here. Same thing for us. There's only so much size our joints can hold, right?
Yep.
So, and the reason I'm saying this is because from a football perspective, right? When you're looking at young athletes, when they're trying to come up, you look at the way that their body's shaped, right? You look at the size of their legs, limbs, knees, arms, lengths, all of that kind of stuff. And you look, because as a young athlete, they're not developed yet.
Yeah.
But you want to look at propensity for development and how much that body can hold.
Yeah.
So when you see somebody, you're like, oh yeah, he's gonna be a fluid 300 pounder.
Great example.
Yeah. So he's gonna move well. He can hold
That's
300 pounds.
Great example, Jared.
So I bring that up so that y'all can get kind of a better understanding of that. Like, yeah, you see Meg the Stallion, and I have zero idea how much she weighs and how tall she is. But let's just say Meg the Stallion, let's say she's 5'10", 160.
She's a stallion.
Yeah.
Oh, my bad.
Yeah, let's say stallion. I don't know. But let's say that, that's her physique. But a 5'4", 115-pound person is like, I want that body.
Yeah.
You might not have the capacity to reach the Meg the Stallion
That's
look,
real.
and that's just the bottom line. I don't care how much I want to be a 6'5", 360-pound lineman. I will not be that. I don't care how much I want it. I don't. My body does not have the capacity for that. I get to 215, 20 pounds, and my knees start to be like, hey, bro.
Straight up.
Because my body doesn't have the capacity to hold that weight. So for y'all, like, you kind of got to understand.
That's good, bro.
What your body has capacity for. So.
That's really good. Yeah, that's worth a snippet on TikTok and Instagram, because at the end of the day, you hear love yourself, and I agree.
Yeah.
Love yourself, and I truly believe in a scripture in the Bible. It says men will perish because of the lack of knowledge. And part of growth, part of success, part of understanding is understanding and having wisdom within it. And I'm hoping this is the prayer for you guys. It's not to shatter a dream. I'm not trying to tell the person that's listening to this podcast that's 5'2" and 120 pounds saying I can't have a big booty. I'm not telling you that. Go get it, girl, right? But what I do want to bring to someone, and it may be worth reading, right? Not looking at somebody's Instagram, reading, talking to a doctor, talking to someone that know the anatomy and physiology of a body. Like learn that, and then make your decision on what goals you want to have.
Yeah.
Because the perfect example is what you just said. I'm now coaching my little boys in basketball, and it's so interesting how we had 100 kids to come try out for the league we're in, and people were like drafting. It's intimidating. They drafting these little kids, and you would see them like, oh, he got long arms.
Yeah.
Oh man, look how long his fingers is. Man, look how big his foot is. He's tall. Like, people are already projecting potentially where they may be. But if you think about it, if a coach and you do the same, why don't you look at your own body and kind of critique it to that extent?
Yeah.
Like, okay, Chris, you got really long arms. It's probably going to be really hard to get a bodybuilder bicep and traps and shoulders, because you can literally touch your knees standing up. So, you have to look at those components. But I'm hoping and praying that our men and our women that hear this, they love themselves, but know, I guess at least aesthetically, genetically, what your body can develop, and then move from there.
I'm with it. I do want to hit the targeting you talked about. Well, we talked about it a little bit. So with targeting muscle burn, muscle, of course, that's when we work out, we literally target muscle, right? We target the bicep, we target the chest, we target the abs, we target the traps, the shoulders. You do targeted movements when it comes to that. On the flip side of that, I know people, when they make their goals, they're like, I just want to lose this little pudge here.
Mm-hmm.
You can't target fat burn.
Okay.
You just can't. Your body is going to put on fat and it's going to lose fat the way that your body is going to do it. You can't tell your body, hey, I'm doing these ab movements so I can burn this fat right here.
Yeah.
Your body, don't get me wrong, your body's complex and it is brilliant. But it probably reads on a first grade level when it comes to that part.
Yeah.
Like you can't tell your body, oh, hey, this is exactly what I want to do. It just doesn't work like that. So I believe, like, when it comes to, growing glute muscles, yeah, you could do glutes, but the same way you do biceps, for my guys, my gals, like, just going to gym doing bicep curls every day because I want to grow my biceps, there's still a program and a progression plan you got to follow. The same way you're going to try to grow your quads would be the same way you try to grow your now these muscle groups are smaller. This is a bigger muscle group, so you kind of got to take that into account too. Yeah. You have bigger muscle groups, smaller muscle groups. The glute is kind of in that mid-range, right? It's not necessarily one of your big muscle groups, but it is one of those that you use pretty heavily. But you will have to train that the same way. If you just go do glutes every day and think, oh, without resting, this is going to help me grow my glutes. No, you still have to follow a regimen. You have to rest. You have to increase weight. So, yeah, you can grow the muscles that are around the glutes. Yeah. But like I said, you have to be smart about it and follow a regimen.
Yeah. You know how they have, like, hot and cold?
Yeah.
Good and bad? I'm going to be the bad guy in this one.
Let's go.
Your butt is not going to grow. It's not. Your butt, if you're doing that butt machine at the gym, or you're doing floor bridges 100 reps every day before you go to sleep, look, your butt is just not going to grow. Either you have a big butt or you don't. Yeah. Right? Like, and when I say I'm trying to like grab your attention, but if your butt is like this, and it might get another inch with some muscle.
That's what I mean.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You might gain an inch or two, but if your butt is here, it's not naturally gonna grow in workouts to get here.
No, not at all.
Now I'm not saying like, Jared, can I get a zoom up? No, I'm gonna get him from the side.
I got you.
All right. So look at your butt. All right. Boom. I'm not saying the butt can't get there. Y'all see the increase?
Yeah, it was big. That was nice.
That's a nice butt. Like if your circumference size is 28 and then you get to 30, like dunk, you got gains. But your butt is not gonna get from here to here.
Straight up.
It's just, I'm sorry. I hate to be that guy that's gonna be honest with you. I don't care what girl posts on her Instagram. It's not going from here with lunges to here. Floor bridges from here? No. Okay? I just love you enough, guys, to tell you the truth, man. It's just.
It falls into what we said earlier, though.
Yeah.
We are all born with a capacity, right?
Yeah.
You only have a certain amount of muscle fibers.
Yeah.
You're born with the capacity, so sorry,
It's tough.
right? Like you're only born with a certain amount of capacity.
Yeah.
For me, if I wanted a big butt, like I can squat all day, right?
Yeah.
I can get in here, get the gym, work on my size. Like you said, my butt might grow a little
Yeah.
bit because I'm growing, increasing muscle size.
Right.
But that's like me. It's like saying, hey, I want my biceps to go from here to here.
Yeah.
Like,
Like genetically, like, just
No.
no.
I'm going to get cut up. I might get a little bit more cut
Bruh.
up. And that's what
Bruh.
a lot of good lifting will do for you. It will really tone your butt up. It will tone it up. But for you to say, like you said, you're going from there to there.
The reason why, Jared, I'm poking this bottle this way.
I'm like, what's going on?
Because this is the way you want your booty to feel, dog. Like, on the cool. Like, with the proper amount of rest, volume, challenge, you don't want your booty to be like, this got too much air. You don't want your booty to sit down and everything just goes.
Oh, no.
All right? Look at this, guys. Ladies, fellas. You don't want to sit down or somebody touch your booty and your booty do this. Right? So the reason why we do strength training and proper nutrition is so you got a little something like this. Now the question I have for you guys, do you really want a booty like this? Because if all y'all doing is floor bridges and glute holds, like who wants a booty this freaking hard? I don't want a butt this hard. So please stop overtraining over there, hurting your butt.
Oh, my God.
Sorry. And the reason why I'm so passionate about that, Jared,
Yeah.
I've dealt with it personally. I've targeted. So you have different parts of your chest, lower, middle, top. Like I cut up here easily. I get decent here, but up top, I follow his YouTube, big time trainer, Panda something.
Yeah.
And he was saying something like, and he's huge.
Massive.
And he was saying his top part of his chest just doesn't get thickness. I was like, dang, that makes sense. So if he's not tripping.
Yeah.
So I'm being really vulnerable to you guys because that's gonna just create injuries.
Absolutely.
Like you get a butt that has no mobility, no cush, no nothing. If that's that tight, do you know how tight your IT bands are gonna be?
Ridiculous.
Do you know how tight your psoas is gonna be? Do you know how? And that's just gonna prevent movement. That's gonna prevent so many other things, which is gonna create injuries. Same thing. If I just created so much bench press, push-ups, chest flies. What else can you do? Pullovers. All this for your chest. What else is going to suffer because I'm so
overtraining that.
So I just love y'all to tell y'all the truth.
That's all love.
That's all.
I know. Hey, they finna come in the gym today knocking. I think we got boxes in this workout too. That's funny.
But does size matter, Jared? I think so.
Yeah. Long story short, yes.
As we finish this up and wrap it up, I've been having a lot of fun with this, honestly.
Absolutely.
Jared, when does size not matter?
When does size not matter? These are always the hitter questions at the end. You just don't expect.
And then the camera goes to me, so. But yeah, when
Chris,
does size
answer.
not matter?
When does size not matter? Man,
Anything on?
Yeah, I don't have an answer. I'm blanked out.
I asked you. I'm trying to think if I had an answer. But
When does size not matter?
In Texas.
Everything's bigger in Texas.
You know what? Okay, hold on. Here's a good one. When does size not matter? When you're competing against someone else. Can we do that? Does that make sense? Because
Not yet.
I see so many people dictate their success, whether they're doing good or bad, based upon somebody else's picture, somebody else's image that comes in the gym. So like, kind of going back to the butt or the chest for the fellas, like, size really doesn't matter if you are so effective to measure yourself against somebody else's.
Yeah.
So I'm really trying to tie it together, but
The way I kind of think from what you just said, I'm looking at The Rock, right?
mm-hmm.
And I'm like, I want to look like The Rock when I'm his age.
Mm.
So, don't get me wrong, he's huge.
Mm-hmm.
So when I think of, I want to be, I don't know how big The Rock is, but I know he's at least, 6'8", 6'6", something
He
like
that tall?
Yeah, he's pretty tall.
I gotta Google that.
Yeah, he's pretty tall.
I know it's a lady now and down below. He is 6'6". They know his stats. Let me look. I didn't know he was that
No,
big.
you don't have to say a lady. T, how tall is he? But yeah, so let's just, I know The Rock is, I don't know his dynamics. I know we're about to figure him out. He is 6'5", okay, 6'5", and right now he's probably, I want to say at least 250, right? I've seen
Dang.
260, 6'5", 260 is what they say.
Dang.
I won't be 6'5" unless I get that. They had a new surgery. I don't know if y'all saw it. They do the little thing and they
Really?
grow you.
What about them shoes? I got the 3.
So, anyways, I won't be 6'5", and I don't have the desire personally to be 260, but to be like he is, like working out, dedicated to that, looking like he is at his age, I have the desire to be there. Mm. Now that's where we say size doesn't matter, because I desire to be and look and feel like him, but not with the 6'5", 260.
Yeah.
Like that's not going to be me, and I know because I have a capacity, right? But what I can say is that guy has reached what might be his capacity. I want to reach my capacity the way he has. So when it comes to effort, something like that, definitely. Like that. The stand and the clap. The stand and the clap. What up?
Oh, that was it. That was it?
No.
Say that again. What was the last part? That was a quote.
I want to reach my capacity.
I want to reach my capacity. I want to reach my capacity. All right. I want to reach my capacity as a leader. I want to reach my capacity as a father, as a husband, as a friend, as a brother, a child. Dang. I want to reach my capacity.
That's it.
Dang, that's good. I think that's worth dropping the mic on. You know, it's a unique approach. You know, as you compare and contrast other people's success. You know, you look at The Rock. How many reps has he done?
Yeah.
You know, so when I look at that in two ways, if you want what The Rock got, you got to produce what he did.
Absolutely.
So how many reps and how much clean eating has he done to produce the result? So that's number one of size matters to me. And then number two, like, I thought that was so unique what you said, Jared, about just knowing your capacity. And I'm a firm believer and I'm an advocate to do whatever I can do as a person, as a man, to fight depression. And I just see so many people fall into a place where they don't need to be because they just don't know their capacity. Yeah. I'm not saying what they can produce in life. Hear me. You can do whatever you want in life. But genetically with your body, it has its limitations. Yeah. Mike Rashard is another guy I follow. He says organs became so bad and it came to a very unhealthy spot because he was getting so massive. Mm-hmm. His organs, designed for a guy that was 6 foot, couldn't take the capacity of the amount of muscle mass that he had. So like, knowing your capacity, what your body can produce is actually a beautiful thing. And that's something, man, maybe Jared, maybe me, Green, can be a staple in our program where we have something where we can produce that for each individual. You know, I know we're just group fitness, but we definitely want to work on how can we individualize perspective. That's more of a mental thing. It has nothing to do with push-ups, has nothing to do with nutrition. It's just more of understanding and just a passion.
Absolutely, man.
Boom.
Well, that ended beautifully.
Man.
We ain't know where we was going, but we got there.
I ain't gonna lie. I thought the size matter. I just thought it was gonna be about everything else. But
We was gonna be talking about dang-a-line.
Well,
Speaking of,
I see the crew coming in. Jared, we have one more episode in Look Good Naked.
we do.
This is the last one that's coming up.
Yes, it is.
Are you gonna tell them what the title is before we leave? Because we just talked. All right, let's take it back.
Okay.
We talked about hard or soft.
Yeah,
We talked about being a minute man.
we did.
Today we talking about
Size
does
matter.
size matter. But with the combination of all that,
What have we been talking about?
what do you want to put this? What is the exclamation mark in number 4, the final episode?
Y'all want to know?
I want to know what episode 4 is gonna be about.
Sure.
At the end of the day, y'all, I just
Hold
want to
on.
look good.
Hold on.
Oh, you want me to put it? He put me on the
I
thing.
gotta put him on there. I gotta put him
He
on there.
gotta find it.
There you go.
It's the finagling with the thing.
All right, here we go. You ready, Jared?
This is
It's gonna go straight on you, bro.
This is so anticlimactic.
All right.
Y'all want to know?
Y'all want to know? I want to know. Comment down below.
Why do y'all want to look good naked?
Okay. I like it.
That's not the title.
Oh.
Why do y'all want to look good naked?
Why do y'all want to look good naked?
So I can look good when I'm.
That is. So I can look good slanging that thing.
So we see y'all next week. When we talk about episode 4, it's called
Slanging it. All right, bro.
I'll see y'all later.